Hey, this is Gabriel. Before we get started on this episode of Reality with a Twist, if I could just ask you to do us a favor, if you could rate and review our podcast on Spotify or like and comment on YouTube, anything you can do to spread the word. If you want to add it to your story or something, we'd really appreciate that. We're a small podcast, so any kind of ratings or reviews or sharing helps tremendously. Okay, let's get into the show.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Dylan.
I'm Gunnar.
I'm Gabriel.
And I'm Ben.
And welcome back to another episode of Reality with a Twist. How are we doing today, boys?
Oh, I'm a little tired. It's midnight. Because of my work schedule, we always have to record very early or very late. So I'm sorry about that, gentlemen.
Dylan, I got 2 words for you.
2 words.
Sleepy.
So, oh man, that is. I don't know how to take that information.
I be sleeping and I be peeing.
But yeah, we are. I think this is now the latest episode we are recording, right? Because the last one was just like at 11 p.m., wasn't it? Or
no, the last one went into 1 a.m. So we've done one at this time before.
Okay, so it's just tied. But anyway, that doesn't matter. We have a pretty cool show idea today. Now, the one thing I like about this show idea is, I'll just throw this off with a question beforehand. What do you guys see as the one thing you do to celebrate your state, the place that you reside in? How would you guys celebrate that?
I usually eat corn.
Okay. Check mark one stereotype off. What about the rest of you boys?
I usually murder people in cold blood.
Okay. Any heroin addicts?
No, but realistically, what do I do? I got on my last car, I got a little picture of the flag of Indianapolis, and I put it on the back of it was a sticker, and I put it on the back of my car.
That is very interesting that you say that, because today's episode topic is talking all about, or just specifically mainly, state flags.
Whoa.
Now, tell me, boys, beforehand, obviously Gabe already has signified that he knows about our own state flag, but do you guys also know about our own state flag and what it looks like?
Yes.
Okay,
yeah.
Good. True Hoosiers right now in this very room that we're all sitting in. I think it's probably one of the best flags, but still, that's besides the point. Today, we're just going to be going on and talking about what our favorite state flags are that aren't the Indiana state flag, unless we have anybody regardless, Indiana is their favorite state flag. Raise your hands right now. I can't see your hands, so too bad. But before we get into any state flag talk, I believe we have a Jeremy update.
We do have a Jeremy update. So, before we get into the update, I want to just briefly mention that Gunnar actually was the winner of the 2 Truths and a Lie last week.
Round of applause.
Can you remind us of what the 2 truths and the lie were? Because I don't remember.
I can. So the 2 truths and a lie from last week were vertigo is still affecting Jeremy. They do a scripture Jeopardy competition, and they won. And then the last one was that they met a bunch of drunk Mexicans that invited them to play pool with them, and they lost. And the 2 truths and a lie winner was Gunnar with the scripture Jeopardy thing.
That's so funny.
They actually think because they lost.
I'm shaking and crying right now.
What did Gunnar win because he got that right?
The $5 I gave to Dylan.
Oh yeah, I'll get that back to you. Don't worry.
No.
But any other updates from Jeremy, Ben?
Yeah. Okay. So we actually have a pretty lengthy one today. He said that they're helping one person get closer to baptism by helping him stop smoking. It's been a lifetime struggle for him, and he's ready to quit. So
very nice.
And then he said, my companion, who I thought was Hawaiian, is actually Tahitian, 1/8.
Wow.
Nice.
That's cool.
Yeah. And then a little bit of bad news. He got another cold.
Oh.
On top of vertigo?
Yeah, is he
Oh,
still
no.
affected by vertigo?
How is this man not dead?
I know.
That's what I'm saying.
According to last episode, he is.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
yeah.
His funeral actually happened the other day. It was very, very sad. Got like $50 in Twitch donations.
We live streamed it.
Yeah, it was on twitch.tv.
Anything
Who would
for
have what he
content.
wanted?
Yeah.
What if we did a what are the odds to Jeremy while he was still in the casket?
What are the odds you just get up and start freaking everybody out?
He has to walk into a store soaking wet, like with Dylan. We just pour water on
It's just I walk into the store with this casket. He's just wet as well.
Oh my gosh.
Well, thank you, Ben, for the Jeremy update. Good to know that.
We're actually not done yet.
Oh, we're not.
We just broke into another dead Jeremy segment.
All right.
Let's finish this off. We got two more. So he said that they did quite a bit of service for a bunch of people by moving them into new homes.
Nice.
So, good work, guys. And then the last thing that he said was he will sadly have to return to Indiana in 4 months. Bummer.
Wow.
Wow. You know, he's not coming on the show when he returns.
Yeah. You know what?
Like
Actually,
we wanted to see him either.
well, he did. I think he put a little emoji after that. So hopefully that was a joke.
If he comes back,
emoji.
if he comes back and he wasn't being sarcastic about that, and
Mhm.
so he was being serious, it's over.
Yep.
It's over.
I don't. What's going to be over, Dylan?
It's just gonna be over. The funeral. It's gonna get.
Oh yeah. Oh gosh.
Well, anyway, now that we're done with that, thank you, Ben, for the Jeremy update. But now it's time to get into the meat of today's show, and that is to discuss our country's amazing state flags. So I think just to begin with this topic, let's go around the table here and talk about what each of our favorite state flags are. Who would like to go first?
I would love to go first if everybody's okay with that.
I don't know. Is everyone okay with that?
No.
Yeah, fair enough. Ben, you go first.
Okay. I'm gonna actually not be the bold, daring one today, and I'm gonna say Indiana because
Oh,
actually, like, it's not even just because I live here. I literally went looking at state flags online to see which one looks really cool, and I genuinely think that Indiana has the coolest looking state flag.
I mean,
Yeah.
I do have to agree. I really think it probably is just like one of the pinnacle state flags that probably one of the best flags to ever exist, if I'm being honest. I mean, I've seen some countries' flags and they are not that great.
Well, I've seen some on our analytics. Some people aren't from Indiana who listen to this podcast. So would you guys mind describing the Indiana state flag, maybe?
Ben, since you're the one that kind of chose it or picked it out, you go ahead and describe its beauty.
Okay. It's a torch with a bunch of lines going out, kind of like a firework, and at the end of all the lines are stars, and the background is blue, and everything else in the center is gold.
Sounds like a sexy flag.
And it's got a dark blue background to it.
Nice.
I don't know if Ben said that, but yeah, it's a very, very. Oh, you did? Okay, I'm
just reiterating.
Got Dylan the mansplainer over here.
Oh
yeah, that's just what I do. That's what I do.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Indiana state flag is probably one of the best out of all of the 50. But you know, there's 49 others to choose from. So, you know, one of them's got to be at least tied or equal to it. So does anybody else have anything they'd like to or who would like to step up next and
Yeah.
talk about their favorite state flag?
I'll go next if everybody's okay with that.
I don't know. Is everyone okay with that?
Crickets chirping.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So mine is actually Arizona. I will describe this flag. It's beautiful. It's very simplistic, but it has a lot of meaning behind it. So it's a bisected flag down the middle. So it's top of it's red, bottom of it's blue, and then there's a big orange star in the middle. And then coming from the star, like radiating from the star, are a bunch of little yellow stripes that are going out, and it kind of cuts up the top red into red and yellow, red, yellow, red, yellow. And I just really like it because it's super simplistic, super meaningful, super, I don't know, just very memorable. And also, I'm kind of biased because I used to live in Arizona. So, you know, just a lot of reasons to like the flag.
But is it enough reasons to like Indiana state flag?
Oh, I love Indiana's state flag, but I didn't want to choose Indiana's for this.
Yeah, you know what? Fair enough. Fair enough. I can't complain there. But yeah, no, I do have to agree. Arizona state flag. I don't know. It kind of reminds me of like, communism in a way.
I see where you're getting that, but I don't think Arizona is a big fan of communism.
How do you know that?
Based on their election results for I guess this last election was different, but like their history as a very conservative state, I don't think they're a huge fan of communism.
Not the deep society.
What does that mean?
I don't need to. I've said too much. I've said too much.
Dylan, is there something you'd like to?
Nope. Gunnar, what we want to talk about your favorite state flag?
Sure. So, I think this flag is either you love it or you hate it. It is the New Mexico state flag.
Oh, that's a good one.
I think I know which side of the fence I'm on and which side of the fence Gabe and Gunnar are on.
Really?
Wait, why is that so obvious?
No, Gunnar, explain what the New Mexico state flag is first.
It looks very strange. So, it almost looks so it's a yellow flag, and then in the center, it is a red. Sort of looks like a sun, but it's kind of like a plus symbol, and I believe it's actually Native American influenced. But I don't know the entire history. I'm not an expert on the flags, but it looks very cool. It's very, very simplistic.
Yes. I forgot about it, but that is a wonderful flag.
I don't know. For me, it's always been in my personal preference that when it comes to a flag, I like to expect some type of I don't know, vibrance to it, almost something that's very, very unique in where it is. But
I'd say New Mexico is very vibrant and unique. Personally.
Well, that's your subjective Yeah,
you're right. You're right.
I'm right. You're wrong. Just get over it,
That's how.
But all jokes aside, though, it definitely does stand out from the rest of the state flags, as pretty much a majority of them have a lot of blue in them, while New Mexico's definitely stands out there from the rest. Now it's time to get to what my favorite state flag is. Now, this one is a very abstract one, and it's quite different to what my other favorite is, which is Indiana's. That would have to be Maryland's state flag. Actually.
Oh, okay.
Maryland's is super unique as it doesn't really have like too much, or like it doesn't have like a actual style to it, or like it's very weird. Pretty much there's I'm trying to find a good way to describe it. It's very abstract.
There's four quadrants. Yeah.
4 quadrants. 2 of the quadrants are like a yellow and black checkered pattern, but are like kind of outstretched on the ends. And the other 2 quadrants are red and white, or like a maroon and white, and they're like puzzle pieces almost. And I don't know why, but like Maryland state flag kind of reminds me of like an album cover or something like that.
Oh, I can see that. Yeah, I can see that.
But yeah, no, it definitely just seems a lot more unique from the rest of them, or just kind of super out there, like, sits at the back of the class, all cool and whatnot. Well,
I think these are all very good choices.
So now that we've kind of talked about all of our favorite state flags, there's still like, oh God, I have to do my math. There's still 40. I don't know how to do math. There's still a bunch of other state flags out there that we did not mention, but people do have their own opinions about. So for this next portion of the show, we're going to be looking at where people rank all of these state flags, and we'll see where all of our personal favorites are listed on, this ranking.
Okay.
Okay.
So I guess I'll just go back down the list here again, starting with the first person who went, Benjamin. Where do you think you'll see Indiana state flag placed?
I think it's going to be, you know what? I think it's going to be in the top 10, but not in the top 5.
Okay. I'd say that's pretty reasonable. Gabe, what about you?
I think mine will be in the top 4.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Very, very daring of you. Gunnar, what about you?
I think mine will be number 11.
Oh.
On the dot 11?
Yeah.
All right. I think mine, since it's just more out there, is probably going to be around like the 30-ish range, 30 to like 40.
So,
just because it does.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go first.
I was going to say we should all agree on where we think Indiana will be.
Okay. Well, Ben said it was going to be in like the top 10, but no more than the top 4. You said?
I think,
just basically between 5 and 10.
5 and 10. Okay.
I think it'll be. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go first.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think it'll be number 17. That's what I think.
17.
17.
Wow.
I think other people. I think we have a bit more. We have a bit more love for it. I don't think other people see it in the way we do.
Gunnar, what about you?
7.
Oh.
7 as well. Oh wait, mine was gonna be 7. That's why. I'm changing it up. Gonna be the wild card. I'm gonna say top 3. It's gonna be number 3.
Wow. Okay.
If only.
If only.
Society. If Indiana's flag was in the top 3.
These people don't understand. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and start looking at this list. I'm not gonna like rank or like list every single state flag, as there's 50 of them, and it'd take forever. So I'm just going to be highlighting like the top 5 lowest,
Okay.
then the top 5 highest, and then we'll look at our more specific state flags.
Very good idea.
So number 50 on this list of all state flags ranked, Washington.
Washington State, huh?
For the audio listeners, or just our general listeners, pretty much what that state flag looks like is a green background, circular portrait of George Washington, and a text around the circle saying "The seal of the state of Washington, 1889."
So it's one of the classic seal on a back on a solid color background.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of states have those.
It's I'd be embarrassed to have my state flag be, the first president's face. Honestly, no other flag does that. I don't think. Don't quote me. Don't correct me. So I honestly understand why this one is at number 50.
Me too.
Coming in at 49 is Delaware. This one is a diamond shaped with 2 gentlemen in the middle, leaning on a crest of some, I don't know if that's the word, a crest of some kind, and on the bottom it has text saying December 7th, 1787, probably for when that
it became a state, because it was the first state, and it looks like it is a 15-year-old's PowerPoint about the state of Delaware. That's the vibe it's giving me.
It definitely do be given that vibe,
like especially like with the font December 7th, 1787. It looks like it was written in like MS Paint or like PowerPoint.
A flag of 87, man.
Yeah, this one I have pulled up has stock image.
Really?
Just all over it. I don't even know what the deal is.
Oh my gosh.
No, no, that's the 2022 version of the flag. Actually, they did an update to it.
Oh my gosh.
Alrighty. Next up here, number 48 comes in with Connecticut as number 48. This one is like a shield with a dark blue background, and inside of the shield are grapevines with grapes on them, and a banner at the bottom saying "Our Transtolit Sustenant." That's too hard to say. Qui Transtolit Sustenant. That's like French. We're not French. We're Americans. Am I right?
Yeah.
So
I think this one. Okay, I don't agree with this one's place. Now I've heard somewhere that any flag that has words on it docks some points because you shouldn't have to put words on a flag. It should be recognizable by itself. So I guess in that sense I understand it, but I don't know. I don't think it's that bad. It's
I'm
unique.
just saying, when I look at a flag, I'm wanting to represent my state. I ain't trying to read something.
Well,
trying to
Indiana's
just
flag has the
absorb
word
the
Indiana
flag.
on it.
Shh. Tom, don't talk to me anymore. Number 47 comes in Nevada with their state flag. This one is actually very boring. Blue background, like reef in the top left corner, star, Nevada, Battleborn banner. This is, I mean, this has nothing going for it.
God, yeah, that one should be like 49. I'm not a fan of that one.
Exactly. The George Washington one had more going for it.
Yeah,
now this one, number 46, this one irritates me. Louisiana. Listen, I think the feature of pelicans in this flag, which by the way, the flag has pelicans in it and like a mama pelican feeding her babies. I think this is beautiful. I think this is beautiful. I don't know why it's all the way down here at 46.
Yeah, that's cute. And there's a pride flag version of it. Oh, that's cute. I like that one. Yeah, that one should be like 10.
That's number one, honestly. I take everything back.
I absolutely agree with you, Dylan. That one's pretty good.
All right, and coming in at 45, the top 5 of the worst, is Idaho with their flag. Another thing, dark blue background, circle, graphics of people, text. Is once again, I can understand why majority of these are in the bottom 5s because they don't have much going for them. There's nothing about them that make them really stand out compared to the rest.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Alrighty, now it's time to get to the top 5. Alrighty, you guys ready?
No.
Yep.
Okay. Bye, everybody. Thank you all for tuning in to Reality with a Twist.
Okay, I'm ready. I got myself ready.
Number 5, coming in at number 5 is Tennessee. The description for the description this person put on this flag says this looks like it should be flown by fascists in the next blockbuster dystopian film. It is kind of cool. So
it's sad because that's very true.
To give context, this flag has a predominantly red background with some hints of white and blue, and a circle in the middle with white stars and a blue background. Mm-hmm. This one, it feels like it's teetering on something that oddly resembles a more, you know what I mean? So
world.
Yeah. It looks very dystopian, like very, movie, like, yeah. But I mean, mm-hmm. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know why it's up here at 5, honestly. Number 4, honestly, this one doesn't shock me, and it just makes me irritated that it doesn't shock me, is California with their great flag. Stupid bear walking on grass, white background. Like, come on, get out of here.
Okay. Its history is pretty good because it's referencing the California Republic, but like it's only so good because it's recognizable. Everybody knows California's flag.
It's like, it's like you ask a 5th grader, what's a state flag? Oh, go California. Yeah. Good job, buddy. You took nothing to answer that.
Yeah.
Nothing impressive.
Screw you, 1st grader.
Screw you, California flag, and you, 1st grader. Now, number 3 is going to make one of the people in this call very, very happy.
Oh,
Number 3 is going to make one of the people in this call very, very happy. Number 3 is going to make one of the people in this call very, very happy. Number 3 is going to make one of the people in this call very, very happy. Number 3 is going to make one of the people in this call very, very happy. Number 3 is going to make one of the people in this call very, very happy. Number 3 is going to make one of the people in this call very, very happy. Number 3 is going to make one of the people in this call very, very happy. Number 3 is going to make one of the people in this call very, very happy. Number 3 is going to make one of the people in this call very, very happy. Number 3 is going to make one of the people in this call very, very happy. Number 3 is going to make one of the people in this call very, very happy. Number 3 is going to make one of the people in this call very, very happy. Number 3 is going to make one of the people in this call very, very happy. Number 3 is going to make one of the people in this call very, very happy. Number 3
Okay.
Because at number 3 comes in Arizona.
No way! Did I say 3?
I don't know what you said, honestly.
I think I said 3, guys.
Well, rewind that.
Yeah.
Editor guy, just kidding. We don't have that right now.
Yeah,
But
Gabe, go ahead.
Gabe,
Run
Gabe,
that back.
go ahead. Run that back, Gabe. Run that back. Gabe, what about you?
I think mine will be in the top 4.
Wow.
Yeah. Bruh. I think. I'm just gonna assume that I did. I think I said 3, and if I didn't, I'm gonna be very embarrassed. I said it was gonna be 3.
I know I said 3 for Indiana, which I mean I'm definitely wrong now. So there you go. But congratulations, Gabe, for making the number 3 slot. Too bad you are now going to be glossed over because at number 2 ranks New Mexico with their flag. Wow.
Guys, there's still a number 1 spot. Let's not forget.
There is still a number 1 spot here.
Okay. Can I guess number 1, please?
Yes, you can guess what number 1 is.
Colorado.
You think it's Colorado?
I think it's Colorado.
What if I told you number 1 was Puerto Rico with their? No, I'm kidding. You guys are gonna hate number 1. Number 1 comes in Texas with their state flag.
Come on.
The person who made this list added a description saying, "Sorry if I disappoint, but let's face it, this flag is iconic. This flag." I'm not going to say anything degrading about it because I don't want to get yelled at by someone in the comments. But come on now. It's like at that point you might have just made New Mexico number 1. I mean,
it's like if the American flag asexually reproduced and had a baby, and this is what the baby would look like.
And there are like 50 of them. I can't have 50 of these.
It's okay. I like it's simplistic. It's recognizable. You know, in every measurable sense, it's a good flag, but it just doesn't feel right to me. It looks too similar to the American flag in my eyes.
Yeah, it's just gotten. It's so boring. Like California's was better than this one.
I don't know. I put them about the same personally.
I wouldn't, but you know, personal preference, opinions, who cares? Anyway, let's take a look at some flags that I did not mention. Let's talk about Indiana's state flag.
All right.
So on this list, Indiana state flag ranked number 17.
No way.
Wow.
Did I say that?
Rewind that, Gabe.
Run it back, Gabe.
Run that back.
I think you did, Gabe.
5 and 10. Okay.
I think it'll be. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go first.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think it'll be number 17. That's what I think. I think I said 17.
Well,
guys,
if you did, then you have gone 2 in a row. Congratulations.
If I said 17, you guys all owe me a kiss on the cheek on the Toronto trip.
Okay.
Deal?
Oh man, that's the only time I get it. Man, I would have given you that like on Tuesday. Well, I mean, Ben, how do you feel as somebody who this is your favorite state flag and it's at number 17? Not even in the top 10.
I had high hopes, but at the same time, we're Indiana. I knew it wasn't very likely.
Yeah.
When you ask people to like list all the 50 states, they're probably going to say Indiana last.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. You know, no, they'll list Maine last. Let's be honest with ourselves.
Or Vermont.
Vermont, yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, my state flag. Let me see. Hold up. I gotta scroll around. I have not seen this list. To give context beforehand, this is new to me as well. Maryland ranks in at number 12 on this list.
Oh, okay. That's respectable.
That is, I'd say that is respectable. I will say, okay. I'm gonna be honest here. I still think Louisiana should have been number 1. I mean,
me too.
It's just come on now. Come on.
I actually really disliked the Maryland flag.
Really?
Yeah, it's just I'm not a big fan of birds, and it's just a large bird.
You mean Louisiana's?
Yeah, Louisiana's is the bird. Maryland is the quadrant one.
Yeah, actually, if you look at Maryland's flag for too long, you might start seeing a bird. Who knows?
True. Maybe there's like
Wait,
an abstract bird.
Weren't we talking about Louisiana?
We were.
Yeah, I think you said Maryland, though.
Oh, did I? Yeah, I meant
Yes.
Louisiana. I don't like
rookie mistake, Ben.
This is a professional podcast here, people. But now I want to talk about one gripe I have with one particular state flag, if you guys do not mind.
Oh, I don't
Sure.
mind.
What business does Hawaii have to have their state flag look like that?
Let me look it up. I think I know what it looks like. It doesn't have the Union Jack on it.
It does have the Union Jack on it.
Wow.
What are we? We're not claimed by the British anymore. That happened a bunch of years ago.
At least 12 years ago.
At least 12 years ago. We're not a part of the UK, the Britain land anymore. Why do we have a? That's one. It just infuriates me.
I think objectively I like it, but yeah, the Union Jack is a little bit confusing. I'm sure there's a big long story of why that's there that I don't know. But I kind of agree with your gripes with it.
And also another thing I want to comment about this list too. This person ranked Mississippi's as number 6. That's all I'm going to have to say.
Wait, the new Mississippi or the old Mississippi flag?
The old Mississippi flag,
Anyways, maybe we should conclude it right.
Yeah,
here.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's where I'm going to stop it anyway. So what'd you all think about the results of this state flag list, everyone?
I think the whoever made that list was maybe not qualified to make that list.
Clearly, he was not a flagologist.
Yeah.
Yeah, no flagologist here, but
I think they're called vexiologists, and don't ask me why I know that.
we got an imposter among us.
What?
Don't question it. But still, though, congrats to Gabe and Gunnar for having your flags at number 3 and number 2 respectively.
Woo!
Pretty big achievement. But I think that'll do it for today with the flags. I think it's time we move on to some other bits. Who would like to start first with, or what would like to start first with, everyone?
Oh, well, since you guys keep asking, we can do some weird news.
Oh, weird news. Yeah, everyone asked for that.
So we have one story today. As always, I get my weird news from the Associated Press, and as always, the link will be in the description below. Today's news story is Amazon's Alexa might soon replicate the voice of family members, even if they're dead. What do we think of that, gentlemen?
Oh,
No.
Yeah. So the capability unveiled at Amazon's Mars conference in Las Vegas is in development and would allow the virtual assistant to mimic the voice of a specific person based on less than a minute of provided recording. Oh,
that's how you give someone nightmares.
Yeah.
That's like a sick prank someone does. Like they steal their Alexa, they program out their like dead grandmother's voice, have it go off in the middle of the night. Poor kid trapped in his pants. So
I've never watched Black Mirror, but that seems like something that'd be on Black Mirror.
Oh yeah, I've seen every episode of Black Mirror, and you're absolutely correct. And I really just question, what purpose does this serve?
Well, Rahit Prasad, senior vice president and head scientist for Alexa, said at the event Wednesday that the desire behind the feature was to build greater trust in the interactions users have with Alexa by putting more, quote, human attributes of empathy and affect, unquote.
So like, just do a celebrity, do Jeff Goldblum. That'd be funny. Like, and no one's gonna complain about that.
Yeah, that's taken a step too. I don't want to hear my mother's voice from Alexa. No.
Imagine going, "Hey Alexa," and Jeremy starts talking.
Actually, you know what? I changed my mind.
Yeah, honestly, that sounds pretty sick. Okay, quote, these attributes have become even more important during the ongoing pandemic when so many of us have lost ones that we love. Prasad said. While AI can't eliminate the pain of loss, it can definitely make their memories last. I hate that.
It can also create unimaginable horrors that we
Yep.
cannot comprehend.
In a video played by Amazon at the event, a young child asks, quote, Alexa, can grandma finish reading me The Wizard of Oz? Unquote. Alexa then acknowledges the request and switches to another voice mimicking the child's grandmother. The voice assistant then continues to read the book in that same voice. I'm sorry for the puking noise, but that makes me so uncomfortable.
What happens if it like corrupts and instead of getting grandma reading, if you give a mouse a cookie, it just starts having like mangled like screaming instead,
cursing out the child? It literally seems like a parody of itself. Like that literally sounds like a parody of what Alexa would do.
No, that you got that from The Onion. Don't mess with us.
Exactly. Ugh. No, thank you. So that is it for our weird news today. Are we ready for our local artist of the week?
Very ready.
Okay, so our local band this week is Leisure Hour, and they describe themselves as emo alternative indie rock, but they say a simplified way is emo rock. So they are, of course, local, and their most popular song is Sober, which only has 2,175 listens so far, and I think we should change that. Are we ready to take a listen to that?
I'm more than ready.
Okay. Here is Leisure Hour, Sober.
Stop for a minute. Bad sheet. What a scare. Ambulance in the kitchen. And it's bad, 'cause I don't care. 'Cause I don't care. I better stay sober, fight till it's over. Mother, I'm sorry for faking my closure. My brother kinda saved me, I'm stepping right over. I better stay sober, I'm gonna get sober.
And that was Sober by Leisure Hour. What did you boys think?
I love that.
Yeah, I thought that was really good. It felt
I
like a
liked
good
it too.
springtime song.
That's a very good way of describing it. They were super cool when I talked to them over Instagram, and you should absolutely check them out on Instagram at Leisure Hour, and also leisure.hour on Instagram, and then also Spotify at Leisure Hour. I'm a big fan of that.
I thought that was great.
Yeah, so many good artists locally. You never even know it until you go looking for them. So I'm very glad that we can kind of spread the word on them a little bit.
Yeah, I honestly I didn't know whether to like start getting a little sad or start jamming out, which is actually something that I love in a song. It's
Yeah.
like, just make you think about it.
How about you do both, honestly?
Oh,
Very
yes.
true.
Dancing with Tears Falling Down. I might have already added it to the Toronto playlist, but I'm going to try. Yeah, I already added it. So that one's
Yeah.
already on the playlist.
I tried adding it while I was listening to it, and it said it was already added.
Well, Leisure Hour, at some point during our Toronto road trip, your song will be played in Gabe's
2012 Ford Taurus.
Yeah. So, congrats, I guess.
Yeah, that's basically the ultimate achievement for a band. Anyway,
let's move on to the next thing. Gunnar, do you have a drug fact for us today?
I sure do. So today we're talking about a drug interaction. So this would be between a antibiotic called metronidazole and alcohol. So like I said, metronidazole is an antibiotic used to usually treat things like vaginal infections or even to like skin flares and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So and pimples caused by rosacea. So that's another one. Anyways, but one thing that we in the pharmacy try to warn people about is alcohol products. This would obviously include, alcohol in the drink, and even other things like mouthwash, because what occurs is a violent reaction when metronidazole and alcohol interact.
Oh,
This can cause intense vomiting and just absolute a incredibly nauseous feeling, a very fast heartbeat, and then your face can just become incredibly flushed. So it is not a great feeling, and it is recommended to not have any alcohol product until 3 days after you have finished your metronidazole.
okay. That's
Okay,
that's
then.
very good to know.
It is very good to know. I mean, that's definitely got me concerned about mixing having like a sliver of mouthwash left in my mouth whenever I'm taking my medicine. So I'll definitely be more wary about that. At least
It,
taking that
it's
specific.
generally not a big issue, Dylan. Just it happens to interact severely on the metronidazole.
Gotcha.
So is metronidazole, is that ever used for like people who want to quit drinking? Like would they ever take that for its purpose, like to stop them from drinking?
I highly doubt it
Okay.
because the urge would still be there, and then you just have the issue of them vomiting profusely.
Very true.
Fair enough. Alrighty. I guess we'll be moving on to our next. What comes next after before? What are the odds after Gunner's drug fact?
I think
I
today.
think it's just what are the odds now.
I mean, if
think-
we want to update everybody on our day or something, we can. But it might just be time for
it's-
what are the odds?
Yeah, it's currently 12:51 a.m. All right, I think it's time to move on it's time to move on to the best worst part of the show, that being our what are the odds segment.
Ooh.
To give a bit of context, pretty much what are the odds are is basically somebody will tell another person in our group that to do a certain thing, and they ask them what are the odds you do this, and the person will reply with a number. There'll be a countdown, and if a person, I'm doing a terrible job at explaining this, someone else do it.
Okay, so what are the odds is a combination of a dare and a bet. So you ask somebody else what are the odds that they do a dare, and then they set their own likelihood of doing that dare by setting a number. And then once they set the number, you guys count. Somebody else counts down from 3, and then you say a number between 1 and the number they said. And if both of you guys say the same number, they have to do it.
All right. Well, thank you. No, that was a lot better than what I was trying to do. So thank you, Gabe. Who would like to go first with their what are the odds?
I can go first if you guys don't mind.
Yeah,
Sure.
sure
Okay.
thing.
Ben,
Yes.
what are the odds that for the rest of this podcast and all of the next one, you set an alarm for every 5 minutes and you have to immediately shout water break and then chug some water?
Wait, so I have to do that on this one as well?
Yeah, but this one it'd be like every minute because we don't have that much time left on this one.
Well, yet again, this is another late night episode and my family are trying to sleep. So I'm going to go ahead and say 20.
Okay.
Alrighty. I guess I'll count you guys down. All right. You both ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
4.
20.
Arr.
Arr. All right. Then that means Ben would go next.
Sure thing. Gunner,
Yeah.
what are the odds that for the rest of this podcast? Hang on one second.
He's looking at his what are the odd notes right now.
It's a water break.
Water break. This is not making it in.
What if we just like put in like 30 seconds of silence?
And then just like in the middle of it, it's just a loud like.
So, I thought somebody was at my door, but I guess not.
Oh.
Not my like front door, my bedroom door.
Oh, okay. Well, that's even creepier.
Anyway,
Well, anyways, I also didn't really have an odds prepared, so it might be better if somebody else goes. Anyways,
okay.
I got
I-
this.
Oh, Gunnar, you go for it then.
Dylan,
Okay. Yeah.
what are the odds you barge into your parents' room and sing the Among Us theme?
The
The Among Us theme.
Oh no, I can't do that. They to give context, my step niece and nephew were over during the weekend, so they're like extra tired than usual. So they'd be like extremely pissed off. I will
But-
say 75.
Okay, but if it hits, you have to like record it with your phone so we can hear it.
Oh man, I'm scared. Actually, I'll change it to 100. I'm scared. I really do not want this to hit.
All right, I will count down.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
69.
Oh,
I was
that
gonna
was
say
so
64.
close.
I was gonna
Oh.
say 64 too. Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh my
that-
god.
that would have been so funny.
Oh no, I would not. Can't just run away from that like I did with Kroger. Anyway,
all right. I actually have an odds now.
Okay.
all right, Ben, go for it.
Gunnar, what are the odds that immediately before the next podcast you have to drink a half gallon of milk?
Oh man. Okay, 60.
That's like a terrible.
Okay.
Gunnar, what are the odds you just die next episode?
Okay. Who's getting Dylan? You want to count down?
I'll count the guys down. All right, you both ready?
Yep.
Alrighty. 3, 2, 1.
37.
37. What did you
No.
say?
Oh
No.
my god.
No.
No. No.
No.
No. No.
Can it be chocolate milk?
No. Oh no. Oh no.
Well, I'm gonna be sick next podcast.
I'm so sorry.
Okay. Speaking of that, it might be a
Oh,
milk
wait.
bag because we're going to be in Toronto for the next episode, and Ontario has milk bags.
Can we wait till we get till the podcast after, so I'm not feeling sick in Toronto?
Okay,
that's-
okay, that's a good
I will take
idea.
I
That's a
will
good
take
idea.
that, yeah. We'll just have for a Oh man. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, I was
Nobody
not
is
expecting.
safe.
I was not
Oh.
expecting that.
All right. Well, I haven't said mine yet, so I guess I'll just do mine. So at least
Yeah.
it was going to be directed at Ben. Ben.
Yes.
So I'm not gonna lie, I would feel a little bit lonely if I just did the supermarket thing by myself. What are the odds that you have to, come in with me to the supermarket? But you, as an addition to both of us walking in, you have to be the one to ask an attendant in the store where the towels are located.
Oh man. um I'll say 10.
Okay.
Gunnar, you want to count
Countdown.
down? All right.
3, 2, 1.
5.
8.
No.
Can I?
I'm
Okay.
gonna be
Can I do one
Yeah.
more bonus odds?
okay. Fine.
This one's also going to be directed at Ben.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Ben.
No, this is fair. This is fair.
Ben. What are the odds that
Yeah.
for the next episode you have to record it completely naked? Like there doesn't have to be a camera. There doesn't have to be a camera or anything. You just everybody has to know that you're naked, and you have to be completely naked the entire time.
Wait.
No. We're all gonna be sitting in a room together.
Okay. Not next episode. Okay, the episode after Toronto.
Okay.
I was about to say because I don't know how I'd feel about that.
Gabe, you have some strange motives with that question.
Yeah, okay, yeah. When we're all back in our houses, but no camera, you just have to be naked the entire time, and everybody knows because we'll all know that you're naked.
But you got to give us proof beforehand so that we know you're not.
15.
Okay.
15.
Great. 3, 2, 1.
1.
12.
Oh no!
Dang. Oh,
Oh my god.
well.
Just have to know he's naked.
Just sitting there
I
talking
think-
about whatever.
I think that would make every single thing he says funny because I'll just know that he's naked when he's saying.
That honestly, if that hit, that'd be such an interesting episode.
Oh my god.
Gunner just like trying to like keep down like half gallon of milk, then just sitting in his room butt naked,
Okay.
trying to do an episode.
For Gunner's sake, how about instead of chugging it right before the episode, he chugs a lot of it before the episodes, but then he just finishes it off by the time the episode ends. So
yeah,
then
no, I
it's
was saying
not-
like he does. I don't want him to like do the whole thing before the episode starts.
Yeah.
Like it'd be like a thing he'd have to drink throughout the whole entire episode.
Is that are we good with that?
Is that cool with you, Gunner?
That's fine with me.
All right. I mean, it works with me.
Okay. And
Because I
then-
mean, it'll still have the same effect. It just
yeah.
be as bad.
And then one more thing I wanted to address before we sign off. I actually got a question. I got a few questions from our last episode about what Gunner did in Target, and also whether he was actually banned for 15 years. Oh, I didn't mention it was in Target, by the way. He was not banned for 15 years. That was a lie. Do we want to say what happened in Target?
No, I want to still keep it a mystery because I'm quite embarrassed by it.
Okay.
You just can't do this.
Okay.
I'm sorry. But I can't do this.
Okay. And with that being said, Ben, would you like to give a teaser for your next episode?
Sure.
Oh my god! I just realized if he had to be butt naked in Canada, that would have been so much worse if he was hosting.
Oh my gosh.
Sure, I'll give it a little teaser. If you look at a picture of me, Dylan, Gabe, and Gunnar together, you'll know something about me that's a little different from the three of them. That's all I'll say.
Okay. Okay.
Height?
You weren't supposed to guess it, Gunnar. But since you did, I thought that was pretty funny. So let's just keep that in.
Okay.
Be ready for next episode, people.
All right.
We're
And
talking
then,
about height.
yeah, and that'll be filmed or
That-
that'll be recorded in Toronto. The first episode where we're all going to be in the same room when we record it. So that'll be from our Airbnb in Toronto. So I'm excited.
Be a pretty wacky episode,
Yes.
to say the least. Alrighty, well, that'll do it for tonight's episode of Reality with a Twist. I'm Dylan.
I'm Gunner.
I'm Gabriel.
I'm Ben.
Oh my god!
That's good. That's good. On my end, that was good.
Well, we will see you all next week for the special Toronto episode of Reality with a Twist. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Laters, Gators.